Ladies and gentlemen, back on your screens is Enters Racing League action here in Spa-Francorchamps. Tier 1 is well and truly underway here for qualifying. I am the man of the hour, Golden Sniper, shedding the bed in races, but definitely not in the commentary box. Let's see what these drivers have to offer here in the beautiful city of, country, Belgium. You know what I mean. Anyway, one of the first people to come out on track, as I completely forget, to pull up my telemetry and everything else. So we've got Sauber coming in at letter P, got Campbell Adams. Apologies for not talking for a good 20 seconds. My brother's just come in the room and hit me with a cardboard pole. So, yeah, you know, I love my brother, and you should love your siblings. Anywho, we're going to be on board with letter P in the kick Sauber, flying around the double wider left-handers are coming up now through sector 2 here. He's coming up now. Now sector 2 on his outline. We're going to watch him all the way through because I feel like it. And coming now through my favourite corner, definitely, of Blanchimont. If you're wondering why I'm a little bit quieter, I don't have anyone on the comm box with me today. It's just me. Hello, welcome to the stream. I forgot to tell people that people are racing. But yeah, I bloody hope this is on the right account as well. It's really awkward if it wasn't. But we're live and free in Belgium. All fun times around. As Lopez and Asadi's flying lap, coming up to the first corner, takes that a lovely bit of apex, like an absolute chad. As I believe there is a print of the lovely McLaren team who's shit in bed somewhere. Unless I'm just looking at the track and being completely safe. It probably is the right answer. Anyway, enough waffling. Letter P is flying around. End of sector 1, of course, the fastest of everyone. I can say that can. Farmer Sam is out. Marcus is also out. Hello to you. Flubber in the V Cub. Fraser as well, flying around. Apollo as well in the Alpine. Also starting there, flying laps. Also on board with the Sauber of Letter P is coming around now to the middle part of sector 2. This is a very tricky one. You can really lose a lot of traction around here, but he keeps it nice and tidy inside track limits as well. Coming through the double left-hander. I completely forgot the name of the corners, but it seems all fine and dandy for the Sauber drivers. He's coming through this little wavy chicane-ish bit here, as down through the middle part of sector 2, coming out now to sector 3. A 1:14.7 is not a bad time for the first 2 sectors. He is running the minimum amount of fuel, which is absolutely what you need around here for the best time through Blanchimont, like an absolute legend. Letter P flying around, coming up now to the bus stop. What can he do? What time can he set up the benchmark as the first man to cross the line? Lovely job not to hit the curbs, and he sets a 1:42.7, but Fraser from out of nowhere, shock, a 1:41.3, a lovely time from both drivers, and I believe next across the line it is Yusuf who's on now. That's obvious, an Alpine behind him. It is Marcus setting a 40.7. Holy balls! But if there's a man that can beat him, it's this man on screen, Campbell Adams. Definitely Campbell. A 40.4, lovely time for the Red Bull driver behind him. I believe they did V Carb as well. Farmer Sam with a 41.7, and his teammate with a 41.9 as well. This is the other Alpine of Apollo, slapping it across the line. The 42.3 of Ferrari just coming across the line now. Mashed potatoes with 42.7 as well. 600 tenths of a second. No, 600 No, I'm losing my mind here. He's behind Mr. Letter P by, if my math can do me correctly, 600ths of a second. Thank you. And Joshy sets a 40.8, lovely lap. Prince with a 40.7 as well. Lovely for all those gentlemen. Who is next across the line? We'll have a look. It is Websy with a 41.1. Good time for his first lap. There is Daniel Avocado, who just slaps himself into the pits, because why the hell not? Jono, the man from PRL, earlier today with it coming in P7, 41.5. This is all very close, up and down, already the top 9, separated by just 1.5 seconds. It doesn't seem that fast, but it very much is. It very much is, and he's also in front of his shepherd, Mr. Farmer Sam, Jono. So Jono's actually doing better than the person who's supposed to be keeping him at bay. But whatever it needs. Speaking of Farmer Sam, he's coming around right now, and he's just a cool down lap. Actually, he's just slapping into the pit lane, because why not? Who is going to come across the line next? We'll have a look. Like Fat Cat Batman's on a lap, so he hasn't set one yet. Use of Daniel Avocado, Cam and Jammy Donuts also haven't set a lap yet, but they will in the next couple of things, as Fat Cat Batman's now just invalidated his lap. I wish I could clap my hands. Hang on. Love that. Love that. Thank you, Fat Cat Batman. You've just made my day a whole lot better. Nice. Alright, people flying around the pit lane, people doing cooldown laps, people being people, people existing. Webbs is going to come around now, I believe, to also come to the pit lane. Actually, he's run out of fuel. You love to see that. You absolutely love to see that. He's going to come around, bus stop, flying to the pits, everyone is down the pits, apart from, well, Fat Cat Batman. He's actually chilling as fuck right now. He's over another lap. He doesn't give a fuck. Actually, he definitely does. I thought he was swearing. He's probably going to have to come to the pits this lap, because the last one he invalidated. Love that, sir. Anyway, speaking of coming out of the pits, Daniel Avocado in the Aston Martin is one other man on track, as is his teammate Cam. Both Astons currently out on our laps, flying around. You can just see the DRS open, a little bit of weaving at the tyres, all nice and toasty warm. Around here, it's going to be a little bit higher, maybe on the tyre deck, especially the elevation changes and everything, depending on the weather as well. But I have a pretty good idea that with a name like Daniel Avocado, this man is going to be a little bit quick on the wheel, or the 6, or whatever he drives on. He could be a Samsung SmartFresh TV for all I know about. This man is definitely going to slap it into the top 10 and cause everyone to have a Australia-gasm. Anyway, coming around the double left-hand, we're going to keep on board, and he's just gone completely wide. Alright, well, yep, love that. Completely wide, Ella double left-hander, but of course he's an outlaw, so whoa. We're coming on board with Fat Cat Batman. He's on no fuel, just chilling around Blanchard right now. Let's stay on board now with Daniel Avocado coming around. Up actually past Blanchard, well, not past Blanchard, he's coming out to Blanchard right now. Flying through the third set, he has a little bit of a Sauber problem in the bus stop chicane, as Fat Cat Batman's going to trundle his way into the pit lane. Luckily, he didn't get in the way of the Aston Martin. He's going to fly around, right about out to the bus stop, and let's see what he can put up here in Belgium. A little bit wide of an exit there, but of course I'm not the one driving. So let's see what he can slap on the board here. He's going to start flying that, as is his teammate just behind him, starting with now. So Daniel Avocado does a little bit of traffic in front of him, but luckily they all get out of the way almost nice and tiny. That vehicle was too close. Well, it's not really his fault. He just went out the pits. Anywho, coming up past the ridge and running onto the bloody first DRS zone. He does have a Ferrari in front of him and a couple other cars for traffic. But Daniel Avocado right now at 30.4. Starting off his lap, is not too bad of a shabby time as a couple of cars. I'm going to have to move out of the way for Cam into the second sector. Daniel Avocado coming on the long, windy right hand, that's going to really cook your tyres if you're not careful, and you just go right into the gravel trap, as almost did Daniel Ricciardo did right there. Coming up now, to these turns 9 and 10, if my math is not mathing, please tell me. Anywho, the Aston Martin flying around now to this little windy bit. Here, turns 9 and 10, smashed in Nash yesterday. Oh, thank you. Battle Cat, we do need some toast. Who's going to toast it into the top 5? That was a really poor joke on my behalf. I apologise. I will get my P45 ready and raring. That Ferrari is moving out of the way. Good man. Into the gravel as well. Gravel or the grass? Who knows? Anywho, flying around now. Daniel Ricciardo's no ERS stuff, I should say. He's deployed completely actually in the absolute mud. Just like Sergei Sorokin's F1 career. If you know, you know. Daniel Ricciardo throwing it across the line now. A 42.0. Top 10 so far for him. As Apollo is also going to come for an hour. And Cam is just... well... I don't know what he's doing. Anyway, that's not my problem anymore. Coming across on Campbell Adams, 40.2. That is more like that is more English. That is more like it from the man. I know he's very quick, and everyone he knows can just actually take the championship, smashing out everyone's hands. But can he have enough pace today for pole? He's currently 5 tenths, almost 5 tenths. In front of Marcus in P2, who's having a lovely little race here. First time I've seen him in our inters, as is Prince. So hello lads, as Flubber, hello to you too. Please don't get annoyed at my voice, I'm very prone to waffle. Speaking of waffling, as I just said Prince's name, he sets a 40.599, still 3 tenths away from Campbell Adams. It's still a very good time for the McLaren driver couple. I was making moves here. Who have I missed out on exactly? Letter P just flat through the 41.6. I'm doing really bad on job. Jammy Donuts I also missed. 41.1, 2,000 behind Websy for P7. Not bad for him. Farmer Sim so dropping in order P12. John is still trying to get that gap away from his Shepherd. Currently P10 41.5. And there's a lot of people flying around on track now. Marcus going to come into the pits. Who's going to cross the line next? Let's have a look. We'll be on board with Jono. 6 tenths up on his time here. We know what this man can do. He did unfortunately get it sharp at the end of his PRL race a couple hours ago, but Jono slaps it with a 40.9, 400th of a second in front of Yusuf, who's currently P6, and he's doing the cooldown lap. 40.15 for him. As next to, I believe, come across on, he's one of the McLarens. And let's have a look. In the main Prince, I think the approaches on cooldown, but Jamie Donuts is on a cooldown as well, I believe, or he's just running out of fuel. Coming to the pit lane seems parked up, and it's definitely a low fuel to anyway, there is I think that's Sauber coming across. It is Fat Cat Batman, another man in PRL a couple hours ago who had a lovely race in Baku. Flying around Bonchman. Let's see what he can pull on the board. Coming out now to the straight after. Just pull the boss up to Kane. Break around the 100-meter board. Take that apex. Nice, but a little bit wide, but unfortunately he does actually mug me off. Slipping into the pit lane a little bit for Karma. And comes into the pits himself. Both the Karma are probably follow by his way. And let's see who's going to come with one. It is Flubber, who is on a cooldown, always just on one fuel. That's what he does, goes into bits. Lovely, jubbly. Behind him, letter P is low on fuel. He's also going to come into bits. There's a Ferrari of, I believe that's just mashed potatoes. It is. He's also, he's actually going to be for a push lap here, maybe. Coming on, so he doesn't mug me off here. Coming out to the bus stop. Lovely bit of apex. He's going to come into the pits and mug me off as well. These boys do love giving me a right hard job doing my work. Jono, awesome pits. Everyone else full into the pits. Be nice and tidy. Farmer Sam is going to join them as well. And that is Farmer Sam, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, still your leader with 3 minutes to go. Campbell Adams, 40.2. Prince, 40.59. And Marcus bringing the top 3, but 40.7 just behind Joshy. with a 40.8, and Jono rounding out the top 5 with a 40.9. Yusuf also in that 40s range. And then you got Websy, Mashed Potatoes, Fraser, Flubber, Farmer Sam, Letter P, Danny Ricardo, Mashed Potatoes, and Apollo to round out the drivers that have actually set a lap time. Fat Car, Batman, and Cam have not set one yet. Unfortunately, with all the invalidations everywhere, it's a very tricky track to keep inside the limits. As Apollo, we're going to cut across him now. He's actually on an now, a little bit early, if it's in my opinion. But again, I'm not the one driving these cars, so it is all down to the driver's knowledge. And these boys, some people are not more than me because they're on track and I'm sat in a cardboard box. Anyway, hello to all 10 people watching the stream, 10 or so. It could be more, could be less, could be bots. Maybe it's just me on 10 separate accounts. Anyway, people are going to start the flying. 2 minutes ago, the 2-minute warnings were out. This is like NFL. You got to get your tactics right and send your quarterback straight to a Hail Mary if you are the Tennessee Titans, and you definitely shot it out the 1 yard line. I was very sad that day. I wasn't even born. Waffle. Anyway, everyone is on an outlet apart from Mashed Potatoes just came out of the pits. As soon as I said that, I need to shut my mouth. And we have a lovely look at the lovely Alpine. Just for 1 second, and we'll come across to start his final lap. 1 minute 20 to go. Everyone out on track. Definitely a lot of traffic into that second sector from the track map on my screen right now. And Apollo Pax is going to be leading the way to see how quick he can go here on his final lap. Coming up now, just out of the first corner, is a lovely exit. Coming out to Eau Rouge on the left, and Radiant on the right if you didn't know that now. But now, that is a lovely, bit of use of the ERS. He's burnt he's actually burnt 60% already. There's a caution in the third sector. I don't know what's going on. I believe that is the second Alpine of Marcus having a little bit of trouble from the dots on the screen. I don't know if I'm right, I don't know if I'm wrong. But cautions everywhere, yellow flags, people pre-leading people by, or people slipping up like a silly little Billy. Apollo, very lucky to actually not invalidate just then. I believe 3 of his tyres were just crossing that white line, so he's a very lucky boy. Coming out here to the second part of Sector 2, coming out 1.45 seconds into the little swervy bit after the double left-hander. Coming out Sector 2 time. What's in his set now? It is going to be a 1:13.9. He's 4 and a bit tenths up on his time here. It's going to be great for him as qualifying is technically officially done, but everyone is lucky enough to get their final lap in 10% NRS and minimal fuel in that Alpine. Coming on now to the bus stop, the train off the Bonchon breaker on the 100-meter board. Take that apex not too tightly. Lovely on the entry and lovely on the exit. He's going to come across the line now with DRS in tow. 41.5. That is all he can do for currently P12. So Apollo had a great lap just at the end, but not enough to push himself into the top 10. So we're going to quickly run on board now. I believe that is Yusuf. Next man across the line. Slapping around 3 tenths up this time. That's going to put him around P4 if we can settle it right here. Coming up, lovely entry on the left. Lovely on the exit as well. And DRS in tow for the Red Bull. What can he put on the board here? A third position, 40.6. There's a couple of other cars going to fly. Marcus currently up into P2. Fat Car Batman with his one and only valid lap. Up to P7, Campbell Adams squeaking it with a 41.1 right at the death. Cam can't improve his time, but it gets a 41.6 as his only valid lap. Websy 40.8, lovely for him. And a couple of drivers will fly around. Jamie Donuts a 40.6, and just a couple of drivers. Fraser 41.2. Joshy 40.6, good lap for the Ferrari. I was going to say Learn Forever, but Mashed Potatoes is here. Anywho, Prince actually slapped it up into P2. I just saw that out of the corner of my eye. 40.3 for him. Lovely. Jono moving himself to P7. Websy P8. Flubber is in the pits. P11 for him. Daniel Ricardo down at the bottom. P16. And Mashed Potatoes P17. Letter P. P15. And that will wrap up your qualifying. Campbell Adams on pole position as Farmer Sam has decided to retire on track in the pit lane, I believe. And that'll be easier qualifying wrap up. Campbell Adams a pole. Prince and Marcus rounding out the top three. Joshy P4 with Jammy Donuts in P5. Yusuf just behind him by 6,000ths of a second, my lord. That is all it took for P6. Yusuf, we know he's quick around here, but it's going to be a lovely battle between him and Jammy Donuts. As we quickly look at qualifying here, just after Yusuf was Jono and Websy, Fat Cat Batman, Fraser, Flubber, Farmer Sam, Apollo, Cam, Letter P, Daniel Ricardo, and Mashed Potatoes ranking out the bottom of the grid. I'm going to quickly take a screenshot so I can send this through to my boss so I'm not fired. Love the job. Wow, that is qualifying done enough to the. And we'll be here for the race in the next couple of minutes. So sit tight, get your popcorn ready, or whatever you have on this lovely Sunday evening at 5:28 p.m. if you are in Sydney. If you're not, I don't know what time it is for you, personally. So, well, you have to deal with it. Let's see what the weather gods have to offer. It seems like a dry race. All the clouds are nice and white, a little bit of blue, and you're going to see the podium nice, shining in all its glory. Now, it does seem to be dry all the way if I'm looking at the briefing. I don't know if I'm supposed to say anything yet, but yeah, it just seems like a lovely dry race. Clouds up in the sky, not too shabby. Tyre wear should be relatively normal, maybe a little bit less because of the cloud cover may dropping the temps on track a little bit towards the lower, maybe 30s, 29. Of course, I don't know that because I'm not on the screen to look at the strategies. Four laps in the end. Damn. Alright, well, let's see if it's going to rain here today. Yesterday's had rain here in Spa. Can it happen in T1? Lights out and away we go here for T1 Spa. And I'm gutting it, doing it. Fuck English. Anyway, Campbell Adams into the first corner. He's going to lead the way. A little bit of contact there with Marcus as they try to make it a 3-1. There's a spin already in the background. That's both of the V cars. There's carnage absolutely everywhere. You can just see by behind the Alpine of Apollo, who's moved up all the way. Oh my lord. That is a massive start to this Grand Prix. Back out in front, Campbell Adams still leading the way with Prince just in that 1/10th range. And my lord, what a chaotic way to start the Grand Prix. Carnage absolutely everywhere. The top 10 are all in the pack, and Apollo and everyone else behind caught up in a massive incident early on in this race. I'm not sure what happened. All I saw was two V-Cubs around and everyone just started flinging chalk. Apologies for swearing. All over to Bab ready. That's for later. Campbell Adams leading the way 5/10 up already. As it's certainly looking to be one of those days that he just sits back and dominates the rest of the field. So for now, when it comes to Marcus in the Alpine, currently running P3, currently on the back of Prince, who's 7/10 now away from Campbell Adams. And let's see what the Alpine can do here for the team. So coming out of Blanchimont, easing out enough traction on the first. Aussie DRS not in tow, burning all of the capacity he's got on the first car after Blanchimont. What can he do? Coming up to Roxon, it doesn't seem like anything but now, as Campbell's actually dropped back a couple of saving a bit of battery. All Prince has burned his entire ERS storage. I'm going to quickly check the telemetry and everything else up. There's my back. Little position changes real quick when he quickly flew on board Yusuf just for a second. As an action reveal with Jono, who's just been shoved the hell wide by Websy. I'm not sure what happened there. It was a bit funny, very nicely. Find him. You've got Fat Cat Batman in here who's moved up. Websy's moved up 2-0 that overtake. on Jono. Yusuf also moves up on the DRS. Now down the back straight, what can Jono do here? He's going to try to send a dive bomb. His wheel is very close to Websy, and he absolutely sends it around. Websy has to rejoin the track off the track. And Jono just forced him a little bit wide there onto the gravel. He's going to lose 2 positions to him and Fat Baby. He's actually lose 3 now to Jamie, who's having a lovely battle now with Websy, coming up just past the side of Sector 2. So Mashed Potatoes moves up 5, Letter P, Apollo, and Danny Ricardo moving up 2 as well. Pharmacist moving down 3, Flow the worst of the starters that probably got caught up heavily in the side of that incident. So he's now at the start of the race, Jesus Lord, can't speak. And Cam as well dropping down 2 positions. Oh boy, a good little tire straight you're only sort of pop up on the screen. After everyone started meeting the compound, they said now medium, possibly a softer hard, I think that's how we do it for everyone. Of course, on the track. Probably, if I'm looking at it, probably slap around 12 on the mediums, 10 on the hards if you're lucky, or maybe hit it already on the hards and driving away to the end of the race. Anywho, enough waffling, we're here to race. 10 second time for the letter P for cutting the track. Nice. Anywho, who's the closest man out of the track right now? It's all fluctuating everywhere. I want to stand by with Jono, who's this massive DRS train from Campbell Adams all the way to Apollo. He's caught up around 3 seconds from the start of an incident to Fraser. And more people are doing the stream. Hello, Shadows. My apologies. Again, I'm not really surprised. Looking more quickly with Jammy Donuts on the back of Websy. Again, massive DRS train from 1st to 10th with Apollo pulling Mashed Potatoes behind him for a lovely toe as they try to catch up to a massive pack here. And behind them, Farmer Sam almost 6 seconds behind Mashed Potatoes. Surely someone's going to send it somewhere as they're coming around with lovely right there. Surely someone has to send up the box up. Well, someone sends it up to launch him on maybe. If you're quick enough, you definitely can. Well, Ryan Wallpark is back in the Alpine, currently losing over a minute. He's actually gaining a lot of time on Princeton, 4.5 minutes now coming out the bus stop. No one's going to send their Princeton Settler Battery as is Campbell Evans coming up to the zero straight now. As we'll start lap for DRS and now for both the Alpine and the McLaren. Unfortunately, Prince unable to make that work, but Campbell has 80 or so percent on his battery. A little more than Prince is trying it out too after origin right on the long DRS straight at the start of the circuit. Positions as well on board with Prince around the 100 meters on break, lovely around there. Usage of the curb is all kind of in. You can push up any bit of gravel on track. This is a bit battle for P1 if I'm not completely stupid. So plunging, my bad sir, my bad. Thank you very much. I'll accept my P45 in the very quickly battle that. Yeesh, letter P, a little snap. Unless something, I don't know what the hell just happened. Daniel Ricardo has moved down to the back of the pack. Yeesh. I was going to flick on board with letter P. For a second, he was one of the closer men on the track. Positions, that's all fine and dandy. All needs to be studied, it says check and flag. Maybe there's just quicker people this season. Checkers. You never know. He's running T5, which is still a very good spot, but I'm sure User will move up a couple of positions, especially since Josh isn't coming on. No disrespect to Josh, but he's definitely shown a lot of pace this season. I do remember User having a lot more with the McLaren, they would flick them every so often to they're still battling with the Red Bull Kendall Adams. As Daniel Ricciardo is going to come into the pit lane, I'm guessing to change his wing, yes. Got wing damage, possibly. I think he maybe shoved a little bit, so maybe there was contact between them two. I'm not completely sure. If I'm just throwing accusations out, please tell me to shut my mouth. Sector 2, yellow flag, it looks like Sir Joshi has gone off. That is, wow. Just as I was speaking about him, giving a little bit of praise for being in front of Yusuf, he's just actually thrown himself and actually spat around the works. I'm not sure there's contact between anyone and him, and he just spun off in a very unfortunate place. But that just puts the Polo in an even better position to get up to one of the people that really do no fault usually when he's racing. He's slowly making his way. Now this is observation, and he's slowly making his way up into this top 3 battle. He's only 1.5 seconds after Joshi had an unfortunate little spin into sector 2. This battle I think is getting really tight now, as Prince is 6 and a bit tense, just behind Kendall Adams, who seems to have all the pace in the world in his car. It's going to seem to wear it all, as Josh is going to come into the pits. I believe the pit off into the medium tyres. He's actually going to change the thing. There'll be a bit of an end plate damage on both of them. A bit of wing damage on the top part on the left and right. Which is flying to pits, as I'm going to quickly cut back to Marcus, who's flying around in P3 still, but Yusuf slowly trying to catch up behind. Jono's actually absolutely centered on Yusuf just behind them. And Jono, our championship leader in Tier 1, throws himself up into P4, and even better, despite me saying it so many times, the probably getting people really bored of it, he's so far away from his chef and Farmer Sam. It's unbelievable what he's been able to do this season as Cam moves fast over P, coming up for P13. And Robbins is hustled together, and it's actually fly on board with them, coming through the long, winded right-hander, and Letter P and not many people would expect the Letter P to be down this far of the grid, but I know that man has some pace in there somewhere. You can just see him gapping Cam ever so quickly. Probably behind him, also catching up to Cam. You can just see that rewrite of Cam. He would be more draining than expected, but Cam is slowly towing behind. Letter P, albeit losing time now, just under 7/10 on Sauber. To the top of the grid. Let's fly on board with Johnny Donuts. He's in this still, what we saw was maps attack here. Going to be DRS train central. In front of the Reds in front of that one, just behind Yusuf. Jono is still pulling everyone along. As he tries to make his way to Marcus, he's still in the fight for these points. Everyone's trying to go along. And Taxi is just showing in P10 with mashed potatoes behind him. He's not the same in the time. Shadows throwing some shade out to Jamie Donuts. I don't know if he's going to take that. But let's see what he can do. Currently P8 is still in this absolute shit show battle. Speaking of shit shows, Letter P is absolutely centered on the Aston Martin of Cam, who does rejoin the track. Rejoin off track, and he's going to move, get out of the way of Flobber and Letter P. Let's look at this battle. A little bit of contact there between both the V-Card and the Sauber. That's lovely battling from both of them actually. Letter P getting past Flobber. And the V-Card is going to go away for both of them. So what we're down here, we're going to P13, but still points are on the board from 1st to 15th, meaning Josh and Daniel Ricciardo being fortunate ones so far at the very least to not this weekend. It does stay like this. Quickly flying ball back again with Jamie Donuts hitting on closer ones as Wages is coming to pits. Sorry, Yusuf also coming into pits. So back to Batman who moved up to P5. Jamie Donuts, Fraser, all moving up a position. Daniel Ricciardo getting a 37 time point 4 track limited webs and music to pair those intermediate implement. Stop saying the medium tires, they're going to try and slap on the hard as is Apollo. Fastest moves up to P9 as everyone down from Yusuf to Cameron Boys hasn't maybe let it here as well, but back out Batman and quick work inside there and moves up into P4 with no DRS. Jordan was basically just a sitting duck when Farmer Sam took the seat. Yusuf, Wendy, Apollo, Josh, Glover, and Cam's actually just coming to pick now. Also with his team, Daniel Ricardo, who picked earlier for wing definitely a lot of tussling actually between both actions. They're going to come out of the pitch. It's Daniel Ricardo who makes it through on slightly pressure hard. Back in water, trying to make it missing County Donuts. Shadows, man on the hour, as people say. He's trying to shade left and right on some shady. Coming in P6 still. John in front with Franco Batman and Jenny. Squeezing a gap out of that Mercedes. Let's see if Johnny Donuts can do the same comments or less than great. Really not to ran into the back as Prince is also going to come into the pit lane. Used to just past Farmer Sam on the Bonchemont actually. It's a good move for the Robbie Red Bull team. Wednesday also passed Farmer Sam coming up the Bonchemont. Comes into the pit as well. Maiden makes it fast, he says battle tap. Good man, I love the banter. Jono, we're on board with him. You can see all the cars behind him. Going to start some massive train, possibly again. Jono wanted to actually try to see a move, but it wasn't there for the taking for the Mercedes coming in P4 battle. Fat Cat Batman at 4 seconds away from Marcus. And that's where you get past each of these two. And they have a lovely strap actually. You can see the bird's eye shot from the helicopter. You can just see just behind him the use of Farmer Sam, who rounds out the top 10. Obviously these three people did pit. That's the thing Let's go back on this massive train. Jono is still in with no movements. Top of the road, lap 9 is about to be over. Maybe we can good position change yet again. Back up in the biggest game of 6 positions. Jono with 3, Fraser and Mashed Potato with 4. Apollo, Farmer Sam with 2, Marcus with 1. And your lowest game, your biggest losers, I should say, that's quite rude. Prince with 5, he did just come out. His use of also Peter losing 3. Joshy hit with 8, Flubber 3, Cam and Avocado losing a couple. As Campbell, Marcus, who's actually going to jump into the pit lane, and Fat Cat Batman flying into the pits themselves. So Jono's going to lead the way here for lap 10. Campbell Adams, it did seem Campbell was going to jump in the pits, but he regains his position as it's actually Marcus who loses the position to Prince of the Sun. You just see his battle here. Jono losing it out already to Jamie Donuts and maybe losing another to Fraser who's just behind him. No. And that'll be Jono into P2. Jamie Donuts leading the way for P1. Prince getting past Campbell Adams. Very close battling up and down the grid. No matter what position you're in, there's always something to fight for. We're still on board with Campbell Adams. I believe Apollo's just passed, or Joshy's just passed Mr. Apollo Pepsi. Probably saw that corner. That failed me to do. Here we go. Jono flying out across, and he's got Jammy Donuts in sight now. As Jammy Donuts and Jono and Fraser all want to form something into a meeting. Prince is going to lead the way for lap 11. He's just come around the bus stop right now. So that's going to give a couple positions for the three cars in front. You can see all the people lining up now, flying around that bus stop chicane. Prince will lead the way for lap 11. Halfway through this race, we're on the hard compound tire, so definitely people don't think about the hards. Everyone's actually on the hards. Everyone is pitted. Good race etiquette, I should say. As Cameron won 7 tenths. So that's the legal move. And the DRS is wide open for the Red Bull. He's had so much time to the McLaren in front, and just can't get anything to boot on the main DRS straight. As he can try and clear his way back. Quickly flick down to Yusuf, who's got Marcus, who's going to try and sweep around the outside there just a little bit to the source of the Red Bull. Normally there's track limit penalties, a little bit of penalties. It is 10 seconds for letter P performance, and 6 for Danny Ricciardo, 2 track limit infringements in Apollo as well. The winners have kind of gone. So Matt Potato, the brand new Red Bull team, his way back to that Alpine in front, who's trying to gain time on Lazy, who's trying to gain time on Campbell Adams, who's trying to gain time on Prince. Mash doesn't think Campbell has the pace in for the win halfway through, but anything can happen. You agree right now for mistakes can happen. Mash's sense, well, he hopes Prince does a massive blunder to get his driver another win for this season. Coming up now, and be on board with the man in the hour, Campbell Adams. He's going to try again have some sort of pace up a route and right on. Here's scraping a bit from the bottom on the pad, and that's all fine and dandy. But DRS is open. As is DRS throwing everywhere, and again, nothing to do for the Red Bull rider. Behind him, John has actually just been shot past by Jammy Donuts. Lovely for the McLaren team, just getting better and better for the papaya. We'll throw it on Apollo Pepsi, who in front has Sir Joshua Fortune. But both these are very talented riders down the order. These front points, half points, both on teams. I just looked at the bottom of the screen. Second to 4 seconds behind. Actually the quickest driver, the closest driver I should say, as Campbell is now out of DRS range. Now he's actually pulled that back a little bit, so he's just out of DRS I believe. Now so the quickly on board he does really, and he actually does. So he gave that straight back just in time for the DRS section. So he's been a long way to miss that Campbell Adams. One on board now, this is Jono, our T1 championship leader for the drivers. As you see, if you do know Jono has a large place for heart for let's see if we can get past Mr. Charlie Donuts. Shout out, Mother. Anyway, Jono flying around, you can just see Jamie moving that right hand side, and there goes Jono. This is a lovely battle here, just for P7, but points up at the end of the day. Fraser also goes to try again on the back end, as Apollo's just lost out on Josh. He's slowly trying to draw back and allow that Ferrari in front of him. But a little bit more, maybe knocking on the wood a little bit for the Alpine. Josh needs to step up a little bit to gain that P10 back to Apollo. Anyway, back on board the Yusuf, second Red Bull driver of Turn 1, but it was still up to P2. Yusuf is on the lap, he's having a very good race, actually. Definitely a lovely addition for Q1. Because of the first time I've seen Marcus race. And I actually they have a lot of potential. Keeping it on up the pace with one of the previous winners of the Drivers' Championship, Mr. Yusuf. Yeah. I hope Marcus is a lot more better. Race and then put this car on board. Everyone has no. Huge damage final. We're doing wood with Cam Williams and 4 tenths behind Prince. Those cars are a little bit weary now. I know they've hit it. I believe on the same lap. Prince just having one lap older. Surely a change of lead for Shadow to build his fellow Red Bull driver on. No, nothing. Shadow just absolutely jinxing the challenge and the shouldn't have started. Jamie Donut getting past Mr. Jono. This is a battle for absolute carnage. Flowers is going past his teammate. Campbell isn't even burning. Alright. Thanks, Shadow. He was mugging off. Speaking of mugging off, Farmer seems to center on the outside. Or the inside, I should say. Of his teammate. DRS Intel as well. Both of them are going to be burning the hell out of tires. Robert is in the centre of his team. Will play cautiously. He plays it cautious. And Farmer moves up to 13. Flying board. Into the flying board, Webby, he currently P3. Lovely little race for the Williams. There's a caution in sector 2. That is, I believe, that could have been letter P. Or maybe that was Flubber. Flubber was very close to his teammate. And now runs 4 seconds behind. So definitely a scrap up for Flubber. Or maybe just a slide back on the I don't know. I'll have to see the replay. Will be, of course, as he's behind now. 4 tenths. That is Daniel Avocado spinning in the middle part of sector 2. He's not having a very good race today, unfortunately. Maybe his praise earlier was a little bit heated for certain ways. The match says he's not going to pass Prince. So we're going to come back now to O'Rourke and Radion. Campbell Adams, Black 15. If you want to make a move, it's have to be in the next couple of laps. Otherwise, at what point us slapping on the halves, Campbell is just, he's not burning at all, he's waiting for his opportunity to arise, as Prince is also going to be refueled, Campbell's refueled his entire thing. Jono just moved past Jammy Donuts. These two are tussling to and fro this race. This is a very lovely clean battle between Jono and Jammy Donuts. As Flobber's actually DNF. He's actually, that is my bad. They're a predetermined assignment there. Campbell is the ghost of the Oblivion, including him. He's Danny Avocado. He's a and there is your second retire already, unfortunate, for Mr. Daniel Avocado. Imagine saying Oscar King was better than this guy. Nice. So, if everyone just survives now, and everyone gets points, P1 already has a Mr. King P2 7-inch lap for those here. Campbell just finished trying to throw his car. Everyone just trying to make Prince have a mistake. First time since it's in the same drive, Prince has definitely got the pace to catch up to 100 pounds. Shadow, that is your own style of your driver. I love the banter. I love the banter. I love it. Is Campbell going to do a Campbell? Is he going to burn it all? No. He's showing, vibing, DRS, in tow, Prince. Still on the way. Webby's still on the way. Back out Batman just actually caught up to Yusuf, but Jamie Donut and Jono still having this massive cockfight for P7. Holy shit. Mark has actually just gotten flown past Websy here, but Websy does have that inside one, a little bit of traction, a little bit of contact there between Websy and Marcus. But all came, no one got any damage, I believe. We can quickly look on Websy's car, no damage from what I can see. But no detriment to either driver, as Letterkenny has just thrown a chance of decent points. Speaking of throwing, Cam has just thrown himself on track and now breaking himself into the braking turn off the DRS straight. Oh, wasn't there Letterkenny threw it away? And then again, in the DRS. Nice video from Farmer Sam running P13. He's little street Jono. He's actually just got up and carrying over. Wobblies for having back out Batman. Someone, Oblivion says here comes the aeroplane. I have no idea what that is referencing. I'm just seeing Mr. Campbell Adams finally getting past Prince on possibly that second place. I believe a couple laps ago. You want to get past this camera really early. Otherwise, bye-bye your chances of the race win. So, what can Campbell do to bring a surprise here? DRS in tow, and it just seems to be not turning. And he's been keeping on a medium, or maybe none, just cruising his way through it. He basically thinks he's just waiting for that one time to do something wrong. Jono again having the cockfight with Johnny Donuts. Can get the 3-4 contact for track limits. Naughty, naughty boy. One ball with Marcus. He's got Wesley in front of him, the company, and Yusuf behind him as well as back up having this little training in all for P4. P3 for it actually, as a Wesley will slowly dipping into the DRS zone. To Campbell Adams just gets a really lovely toss as Marcus will stalk up on the exit of that corner, but all is good. No massive issue for the outside driver. Launching on right about now 7-8 tenths now. Campbell Adams is behind Prince. Doesn't seem like he's burning all too much this race. Where is he going to burn a little bit to catch up to these two? Marcus is just behind him, so it's a lovely battle here. Maybe a position change coming into the race for the NL team. Derek again, hello, all 22 beautiful people tuning in for his last 4 or 5 laps. As Campbell's actually caught up to 6 tenths. Mike Prince now coming up to Lanning, they're on board now with Marcus. Could be a position change for the final spot of the podium. He's going to claw his way through all the curves, and that is a lovely exit from the Alpine. Derek is now in tow. What can Marcus do here as Campbell Adams? Holy hell! I didn't expect the Campbell Adams to Ward Marcus, unfortunately not to get past Wesley, but Jamie does get past John and Campbell Adams get past Prince for the lead of the race. And he's already throwing his way out. Shadow said he finally learned his DRS button. It does seem a little bit true, to be honest. Kind of putting her on board now with back up on losing the button here. Back up Batman, 4 tenths behind Yusuf. That's the fact it's not really good for him. Anyway, 4-ish laps to go as he can come across the line after Von Chabon and the bus is turning to sit on the chair. And relax. Let's hope something wild happens like a lost in second safety car maybe. Fuck up Batman almost seeing the rear of Yusuf, who's 8 tenths now behind Marcus. Quickly Campbell gets past the level of 46.7 on the hard confidence side. Good luck for him as he claws his way out in front. Prince now just to that side DRS zone, just on the DRS, and that is possibly his chances. Done of a race win. We didn't handle him a lot quicker. And you just see no, the DRS line does not open for the McLaren as Campbell burns his way close and close to a race win. Marcus now moving up. Can he do anything on Websy? No, he can't. Quickly, right on board. Jono just got him past Mr. Jammy Donuts. As I just quickly cut off Fat Cat Batman and Yusuf having a scrap. Yusuf does get past the Sauber. So lovely letter P spinning around into the bus, which he's actually just completely shafted it. That is unfortunate for the Sauber. If another angle could be shown, that would be lovely. Just any damage. It doesn't seem like it. A lot of snapping for that Sauber as he drops all the way to the last points position. Unfortunate for letter P. Cam gets overtaken by Farmer Sam for P13. Want to ride on board with them now. The current Drivers' Champion, possibly after his race, Cam Whiteham's does get 21 good little brownie points for racing. Cam and Farmer Sam are having a scrap, alright. Maybe too much of a scrap, I would say. Holy heck, they are so close to each other when they cut and walk with these two. Farmer Sam and Cam, what a name. What a very, very lovely name here. Coming across Farmer Sam, 3 seconds time for a track loser may have been due to Cam, squeezing him a little bit wide here. Coming up now, so a little bit of a chicane beat there, still neck and neck here. Keep in mind, there's only for P13, but these are having a right old battle. Farmer Sam's going to throw himself in front, and there's contact just coming out of the exit. Farmer Sam maybe a little bit to blame, but that's unfortunate. Losing a little bit of time to mashed potatoes in and from, they won't care. Their battling is definitely lovely. Javi coming onto the bus stop, out of Blanchimont. He's going to try and switch back now, Cam, but Farmer Sam's actually been spun. Maybe a bit of contact there from Cam up the rear as DRS is now, so maybe just slipped up out of the bus stop. Oh my lordy, lordy lord. Lap 20 now, as is the Friday meeting Sunday afternoon. And it's just been a good race all around, people throwing everything, and including the kitchen sink if you can, who is just clawing his way back to another race win season. And that's going to put a big smile on the face of Mashy Mash Jr. As this battle is still going on now, as Leatherhead throws himself into the pits on mediums. So his race is unfortunately done for since the word go. This battle though is well and truly on. They are the closest battle out on track here. And it doesn't seem like it was sort of massive ass train from Wesley all the way down to Fraser. And that is going to be a train to watch as Cam White is still throwing himself away. As a Cam is this lovely bit of defensiveness from Farmer Sam as well. As coming out past the Ruben Lanyon. Can Marcus do anything here? Or is it just going to be another failed overtake in the zero? So that's going to come with a back like that. And he's got Yusuf in for company. Throws it around the outside. There is a little bit of contact there from Yusuf. Gets the free things line, but for his trouble as well. That is a little bit risky from Fat Cat Batman, but also Yusuf maybe should have let the door a little bit open here. So there's nothing yet drama here into Racing League, and it's only the start of the Sunday evening. It's currently 6 PM. It's watching the fitness. Just a lovely race. This is the penultimate lap of the race. Everyone's flying around having a jolly good time. Campbell definitely maybe slugging his pants a little bit. He didn't really think of much chance today after seeing him behind Prince for so long. But I'm still leading away. Farm Sandy plus Cam. That is a fun twister in itself. And the one boy Jono, who does have Jammy Donuts behind in this battle, has been a lovely one to watch between the McLaren and Mercedes. And let's see what is going to happen as we start the last lap. Campbell is flying around. O'Rourke and Ray on right about now in this little pack. He's going to come through his first corner up actually. O'Rourke and final pack has left his second silly brother. Anyway, someone is having an absolute flyer, and that is Leatherface in the second part of this track. Jono, can he fly pie? Back up, it's Marcus is actually get by Websy for P3. Jono's going to throw himself off the track, lose one position at the position again of back to Batman. But Marcus now moving himself up into 3. Apollo now moving himself up into P10. So great job from the Alpine boys to gain a position on the last lap. But is all pretty much locked in for the top 2. Prince and Cameron. Something wicked happens. Marcus moving keeping that P2 so nice and close to warm as Leatherface is going to have to move out of the way of Prince, who is running P2. Right now, this train is going for so long. It's like you're taking it from Circular Quay all the way to Leppington. It's that bloody long. Anyway, Webbs is going to try and call back to Marcus, but that is not what we're on board with right now. On board, coming up to the bus stop chicane now. You've seen it before once, and you'll definitely see it again this entire season. A Red Bull on top of the podium. Campbell Adams wins the Belgian Grand Prix. Prince in a great fight gets P2, and Marcus moving into P3. There was a lot of carnage already into the bus stop chicane. I just saw, I believe that was Jamie Donut spun around the wrong way. Websy gets P4, back out Batman. P5, Jono P6, Yusuf P7, Fraser P8. Jamie Donuts moving down the order, as I believe he got a 3-second time really just at the end, which bumped him down to P10. Very unfortunate for him, but this battle is still going on, and Sam has just spun around the Aston Martin of GLX Cam. Campbell is Mashi's king. Oh my god. Sam's gonna let Cam by. That was wicked. Apollo comes in P10. Mashed potatoes P12. Joshi in another chaotic end to the Grand Prix just at the bus of holy shit. Leatherface coming in P15. But this battle, where the hell, oh my lord, Farmer seems to come out of nowhere into the bus of chicane. The time penalties are looking 3 apiece here. A dive bomb from Cam doesn't end it out well. Slipping up from Farmer Sam, coming out to 0 zone. It seems like the V-Cub's got it all done, and he does for P13. Carnage at the end between these two, and definitely no love lost between Sam and Cam. What an ending to the race here, and it's been an absolute pleasure to commentate over. Holy Red Bulls, lol, as Campbell Adams going to take that top step of the podium. They know all too well. And the celebrations again for the Red Bull boys. Yet again, Campbell Adams taking a win in Tier 1 with Marcus and Prince. The first time I've seen these two boys drive. And what a way to show yourself to the man in the com box. That is definitely a brilliant drive from both of them. As there are the standings, the final standings. Those are, if I could English right, those are the final positions for everyone. Campbell setting fastest lap. That is simply lovely from everyone. What a great race, and I will see you all next week. I do not know what next week's race is. That is all on my part. I've been Golden Sniper, and I thank everyone for watching today's stream. Toodaloo, your mothers and your fathers. Love your parents.